The prisoner has been received and muzzled. Typical human, in love with the sound of his own voice. Oh, some stuffy bureaucrat tried to reach you here. Word about your promotion has traveled fast, it seems. I suggest you present yourself to the High Council and get the formalities out of the way.
There he is, the hero that brought us a Federation prisoner, the warrior who saved the Segpa, the rightful heir of a starship by right of personal combat. You have done well to start your career. I will be keeping an eye on you and your progress. Now, before you go flying off to find your adventure, there is the matter of your duties as a captain in the Klingon Defense Force. First off, there is the matter of Lieutenant Doran's husband, her Parmach. It is your duty to inform him of her death, as you are now her superior officer, even in death.
We will find Chagrin, Doran's Parmach, working at the exchange.
Greetings! I am Farm, a fully certified banker and financial investor. What can I help Chagrin? Oh, right! He's one of the maintenance engineers. Make sure the exchange computers are up and running. Last I knew, he was running diagnostics in the warehouse, located in the back of the exchange. One more thing. As a first-time visitor to this exchange, you've qualified for a free sample of our fine merchandise. You won't find better quality anywhere on Kronos Warrior, and if you like it, feel free to come back. Like the Grand Nagus always says, the only thing better than a first-time customer is a repeat customer.
You have received a kit appropriate to your profession. Open your inventory and double-click it to equip it. With a kit equipped, abilities are added to your action bar that you can perform in ground combat.
Nausicaan smugglers. They must have known I was all alone in here. You fight
Well, tell them, Sugrin. Who am I?
Mazarog! You're nothing but a smuggling Yinta!
No. Wrong as always. I'm the one who's going to kill you. A real warrior never lets his prey escape.
You dare to challenge a warrior of the Empire? You said you had something to tell me. I understand. She was a true warrior. Tell me, exactly how did she die? It is good you were able to avenge her death, but she failed. I will not have Doran denied entrance to Stovokor because she died at the hands of a traitor. If you would have me, I would join your crew and fight by your side in her name. My talents as an engineer are wasted here in these warehouses. Let me battle worthy foes! You will be a captain. We are being hailed, Lieutenant. Prison warden. Something I should know about.
That prisoner you dropped off escaped with the help of 2 accomplices. One was a male Orion, and the other a Nassican. The Orion caused a commotion, filing a complaint regarding a prisoner transfer that never occurred, and then kept shouting until he managed to distract the entire room. Meanwhile, the Nassican made his way into the cell block and shorted out the force field controls. Cameras caught him equipping our Federation prisoner with a holo-emitter disguise. The 3 security cameras caught the trio heading north before they were lost in the crowd. You are to search there for any witnesses that may lead us to their hiding location. I don't care what this prisoner knows. He's been more trouble than his value to intelligence. If he happens to die during capture, there will not be an inquiry.
I think I know where we can start looking for the criminals. The Chamber of Judgment is nearby, close to the Lake of Fire. An old judge I know likes to sit near the lake between trials. He might have seen something, and he's no friend to criminals. If he saw them, he will be happy to bring them to justice. The Lake of Fire is just outside of the exchange. With luck, the judge will be there.
Look, if you come to try and curry my favor in the courtroom, you're wasting your time. I'm curious. I did see such a trio recently, but saw little of it. On reflection, the human was garbed in a heavy cloak, perhaps to conceal his prison uniform.
Indeed. They headed north, then west. They may have sought one of the tailors there to acquire new clothes to disguise themselves. Head west from the courtyard and down the stairs to the tailor.
The stranger with the Orion and Nausicaan? Yes, they were just here. They made a quick purchase and then made their way to the bar to the west. Speaking of new clothes, I could outfit you and your crew in the latest in Klingon fashion for the right price.
Todd is a tailor, and you can visit him at any time. Alter the appearance of your character and your bridge officers.
What can I get you? Yes.
Stranger.
That is a suspiciously new console for an old building. Looks like the spies have set incendiary devices to cover their tracks. We should disable these in case they are set to ignite later. Let's resume our search for the human criminal. That room in the back looks like a good place to start.
You're too late. You may have defused the bombs, but your quarry is long gone.
He's not talking. Probably trained to
KDF security is on their way. They can take this Bachtag to the infirmary. According to the logs, We need to make our way to the transporter pad to beam to the shipyard, Captain.
Step onto the transporter pad and instruct the transporter chief to beam you to the shipyard. The transporter here can take you to the shipyard, the Klingon Academy, or directly back to your ship in orbit. The shipyard is where you can purchase new ships when you achieve the appropriate rank, as well as customize and outfit ships you own.
You interested in buying a slightly used ship? Yes, just minutes ago. I sold him a shuttle. He seemed in a rush to leave. Didn't think anything of it. Lucky for you, I kept a copy of the transponder code of the shuttle he just bought. And I will give it to you. In fact, since you're going after such a dangerous fugitive, let me throw in this technical manual. The spec should help your tactical officer to be able to eke some better performance out of your ship. Just to show you which side I'm...
Captain, we found the transponder signal. Standing by to beam you aboard and begin pursuit.
I'm there.
Congratulations,
You
Lieutenant.
need. What do you want?
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapenthe, Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories and songs of the Empire.
Your bridge officer can only have skills will increase. Every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. Every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. You will earn 1 space point every 1 level and 1 ground point every 5 levels until you reach level 50. For each skill purchased, you will earn progress in unlocked paths.
On the front lines of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning. Every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the Quadrant.
Captain, the warp trail ends here. What are your orders?
Captain, I recommend modifying the navigational beacons in this system to amplify our efforts in locating the prisoner. Beacon modified. Nothing yet. We should modify another beacon. Got him! Establishing a communication link now.
I am impressed. I thought Doran was the right choice for command, but apparently even I can be wrong. The KDF will, as much as I might deserve to rot in a Klingon jail cell and be interrogated to within an inch of my life on a daily basis, I have unfinished business. It's time I was going. I don't doubt that you would. However, I always have an escape plan. I've planted a tiny subroutine in all Starfleet computers. If any vessel arrives in the Boreth system, their sensors will pick up distress beacons from dozens of destroyed Starfleet starships. In addition, when we started this conversation, I sent out a few false maydays from these phantom vessels. Ships are already responding. You've proven yourself to be a skilled warrior already, so I'm sure you know that Kalis said it was acceptable to lose a battle to save an empire, or a ship. I suggest you leave before Starfleet arrives.
Captain, we're being hailed by one of the Starfleet vessels. Klingon bird of prey, power down your weapons and shields. And prepare to be... Our sensors are detecting several Federation distress beacons in this area. This trap is obviously your handiwork. The beacons are as plain as... curious. I extend my apologies. We did not intend to violate Klingon space. We will be leaving now, if you will allow it. Rest assured that whomever... Another Starfleet vessel
rescue operation. Resolve this peacefully, but we will defend ourselves. Shields have failed.
Another contact on the scanners. How many ships did Starfleet have in our sector? We're ready to leave the system on your command.
It is unfortunate that the prisoner has eluded your search. That said, you did uncover a Federation spy nest in the heart of First City. We've deciphered their infiltration techniques and are cracking down on their spy network within the Empire. One of my prison guards was impressed with your tenacity and asked to be reassigned to your crew. You would be wise to accept it.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
We have identified that there is work to do.
This is Warden Katak of the Rura Penthe Penal Colony. You do not have authorization to land. Turn back now. Any attempt to violate our security perimeter will be met with force.
Our authorization comes from Chancellor Jimpak himself. It is unwise to stand in the way of his representatives. Unless, of course, you'd like to become a resident of your own prison.
My apologies, Kalekanes. I am honored to meet you. What do representatives of the High Council seek at Rura Penthe? There are no Federation corps on Rura Penthe. Are you aware enemies of the Empire should be killed, not fed and coddled like infants?
It appears the spy is as good at getting into prisons as he is at escaping them. Check your sensor logs, Warden. He is here, somewhere.
Our security logs are checked every quarter hour as per regulations. There have been no transfers in or out of the colony within the last day. Only 2 ships have entered the system today. Yours and a Klingon shuttle. The shuttle left the system hours ago. You are...
Your arrogance is tiresome, Warden. Produce your sensor logs at once.
Our logs clearly indicate the shuttle left the system hours ago, and there have been no transfers. All prisoners in this colony are either accounted for or dead. Your trail has gone cold.
Ready to beam down.
Halt! Where do you think you are going? You may have crossed the magnetic shield, but your visit is unannounced, and you will follow protocol. No one simply wanders around this prison. I will escort you to the Warden. You will follow me. Warden, the visitors are here.
I can see them, Rogas!
Your presence here is unnecessary. The only Federation citizens on Rura Penthe are frozen into the ice. But don't let me dissuade you from your manhunt. My guards will stay where they are. If there was a breach, it would have tripped the alarms. Our security system is quite advanced. This is a prison, after all. But please, examine the security system for yourself. If you refuse to accept the word of the prison's warden, that is. You dare to question the honor of a warrior of the House of Torg? You may be representatives of Jempak, but you'll taste my blade if you insult me again! Go! See for yourself! You'll only find the Padak dumped here to rot!
Follow me to the general holding area. Take one of the jackal mastiffs with you to sniff out treachery.
Interrogate the prisoners, Captain. One of them may have spotted the fugitive.
Go bother someone else. We got nothing to talk about.
I don't know. Does the human have any food?
Ain't no humans down here, Chief. Don't talk to me.
I believe someone is following you, Captain. Turn around.
None of these prisoners will help you. They can sense danger far better than you can. And they know the risks of getting involved in a fight that's not theirs. Because I'm not a Batak like the Warden and his cousin. Have you asked yourself, why would a human come to Rura Pente? The human is here to extract a prisoner. There are no other alternatives. If he was coming to kill someone, then he's a Koch. All he needed to do was wait. Everyone sent to this hole dies. Most, are you questioning my honor? If you think you're safe because you hold a weapon, you're mistaken. The only thing standing between you and a cold grave is my patience. Someday, I'll teach you a lesson for testing my resolve. The human is here, but it is a complicated situation. You must do exactly as I say. We are surrounded by enemies, and you will need my help to survive. The only crime I've committed was thinking there could be peace between the great houses. And all you need to know is that I am a Klingon warrior with the information you need. Follow me, and I will take you to the one the prisoners call the Worm. The Worm is over by the mine entrance.
There you are. I was wondering if I'd lost you.
Don't try to play coy with us. You have the subterfuge skills of a wounded tar. Did you think no one here would notice a new prisoner? Or that no one would notice when you tampered with the air exchangers?
I see you've found a new friend. Look, if I had the time to explain, I would. But I'm on a tight schedule. And you took your time getting here. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to ask your new friend. I need to be going.
Follow him! He's running for the surface!
Enemy target.
We have to stop him! The worm has slithered to the surface. The human is in that... Those were wild jackals. Keep a lookout for more. They travel in packs.
How can they survive on the surface?
They must feed on the corpses of dead prisoners.
Kemtar, you said you would explain why you were thrown into Rura Pente.
I am a diplomat. My peaceful words were called treason.
How can there be peace? We are at war!
You've clearly never read the works of Chancellor Gorkon. Now, let me ask you a question. How can we win a war if we can't stop fighting one another?
Honor must be upheld.
The words of a warrior. Still, killing one another for honor blinds us to greater threats. There he is!
Impressive. Your determination is commendable. There's more at stake here than dealing with a lone human on a mission of mercy. In fact, our intelligence says you have very little time left to act. Our friend here discovered that one of the great houses is plotting against the Empire. He's correct, but his curiosity cost him. Now you and Kemtar, will both have a chance for glory. Kemtar, your father still has friends in the Federation. They believe he's in great danger. I recommend a trip.
I don't. He and I have never met. But as I told you, the story is complicated. What you need to know is that he speaks the truth. There is a plot against the Empire, and it is not the Federation's doing. Our true enemies are closer than we realize. If we want to protect our people, we must go to the Vor system and see what is there.
I don't care if you trust me. Kemtar, tell your father that obligations have been met. Only you can decide how you'll deal with the greater threat.
The only threat you should be worried about is me.
You're a miserable Karut. Not only have you broken penal colony protocol, but you've meddled in the affairs of House Torg. I don't care if Kemtar is innocent. We were paid a great deal of latinum to keep this piece of Baktak locked up. He's not leaving here, and neither are you.
That's my cue to exit. Good luck.
If Rogaz could find us, we can expect more guards soon. You must have a ship in orbit.
We read you. We can't get on. We will bring...
If we head for...
Mission objective waypoints will show up as circles on the map.
Look up ahead. The warden are approaching.
You dishonorable dog! When the High Council hears what Jempok's representatives have done here today, they will order your immediate execution.
Enough to keep us warm long after you're dead. We get paid whether Kemtar lives or dies. So before I kill you, I'll offer you the coward's choice of surrender. What am I forgetting, Tosha?
Fitting end to a band of dishonorable fools. I trust you're ready to leave this freezing, miserable place, Captain. In many ways, I think Rurapente is worse than...
Drake said we should go to the 4 system. What would we possibly find there?
Transporter room is
Your report on Warden Kratak and the prison riot was disturbing. I have transferred many prisoners to Urapenthe, and this is the first I've heard of corruption. As you know, the Empire does not tolerate fraud or dishonesty. I accept your resolution to the matter, but I am displeased that you did not apprehend Drake. The fact you freed Kimtar also requires scrutiny. If Kimtar were not Ambassador Worf's son, I would demand that you return him to First City at once. However, if you believe there's evidence of further corruption, you have my authorization to pursue this matter discreetly.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu. Press the L2 button to show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Press the L3 button to set your quick power and update the default captain power to use. Press the right trigger to activate a power directly from this radio menu.